if you're joining us from anywhere in the world. I'm Jason Salas, so happy to have you along for the ride. Farron Taijeron has become a local celebrity of sorts for his environmentalism, his inspiration that he's done, and his filmmaking. And he's also someone who wants to make our island a better place, and he and his friends are planning to go back to Oka Point. Hint, they've been there before. Clean up the place. It certainly needs it and everything like that, but he also needs your help, and we also want to show some of Farron's very fine videography work. So Farron, Hafaday, welcome back to the show.
Off the day. Thank you so much for having me again.
All right, man. It's, you know, we are already your biggest fans when it comes to like your video work and everything like that. If for no other reason that you get to send it to me first, well, you know, you got Instagram and then there's me, and then, you know, we get to put it together. So Mr. Joso over here is going to bring it up. So can you kind of break down the some of the clips you gave me? Because I've got the one about the baby turtle. And also, what was the other one you did?
I did it. We got a ghost net off the reef outside Hilaan yesterday.
The reef, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and then there was I already forgot what the other one was.
I know you. I'm such a big fan of you. I can't remember it, and you shoot so much of the stuff you can't remember. So it's we've not had our coffee yet on this Monday morning, but
no.
But basically, okay, well, let's talk about the turtle, because everybody's going to talk about the turtle. Everyone's going to be, oh, dude, it was so cute. How did you come across this creature in the water?
So my friend actually found it, my friend Kenji. We're just swimming around, we're on the east side, and I just hear her like kind of scream / shriek, because it was a little rough that day, if you can see like it in the water.
Oh, is this
and
Kenji
it almost
Oku?
like it's I don't know her. Oh, what's her last name? Kendra. Kendra's her real first name, and she's a high school teacher.
Okay, I thought it might have been a classmate of mine. Sorry.
No worries. And look, so she freaks out because she thinks like, oh, is it dead? Is it a little terrible? Actually, it was alive. We could see its eyes moving. It would occasionally flap its fins. Which, if you've ever seen baby turtles like hatching and crawling off the beach or going into the water, they're like flipping out the entire time. So I'm like, oh man, I wonder if this little guy's all right. So I decided to, you know, just risk it, you know, with the law, and because I'm like, all right, I think it's okay for trying to save it. So I brought it back to the boat. I called a couple friends who work with sea turtles, like CJ over at DAR, and Lonnie Sablon, who's I think she's with Sea Grant, and they both work with turtles, and are like, yeah, well, we can't do anything with it anyway, you know. So you just gotta let it go and let nature do its thing, and we did. But at the same time, you know, it's like, if you saw my finger in the picture, it's this big, like the distance from my eyes to my lips. It was so small, it was so adorable, but you know, it didn't look good. So it's such a crazy, I don't know, mix of emotions, that like being so happy to find such this adorable, cute thing, and then also being sad and seeing it so vulnerable. But
so if it was a hatchling, did you see anywhere in the water? And I mean, obviously the ocean's a big place and everything, but were there any other turtles around there? Was there like, you know, anything like a family? Because I mean, you know, we all know, you know, you watch any nature film or you study biology, the chances of when a turtle is actually birthed and them being able to make it from the shore into the water are not good, and a lot of them, you know, don't make it that far and everything. So were there any other, maybe it's siblings, maybe parents or anything like that?
No, nothing like that. I'm sure we saw some like juvenile or adult turtles, but no other hatchlings like that. Yeah, supposedly for the first like day or so of their life, they're just like constantly swimming, and it's just a hot, erratic mess.
Okay. Now, I like the fact that you actually brought up that, you know, like turtles are protected, and of course, if you know Chamorro culture, like the turtle is very symbolic to who we are. Typically, you associate that with, you know, like a matriarchal spirit or like a strong female character and everything. But for people that might happen upon turtles as you did and everything like that, I mean, you're an outdoorsman, you're a dive instructor, you respect the ocean and everything, but obviously for people that have GoPros and they're in the middle of the water, this is a huge photographic opportunity. But for people that actually see these in the wild, how would you advise them to, like, you know, to handle them, to treat them and everything like that, so they won't disturb, you know, its habitat, possibly endanger the turtle and maybe get themselves in a whole bunch of hot water?
Just give them room. That's really it. Just the best thing you can do is like not do anything. if you have like a healthy turtle, just give it some room, admire it from a respectful distance. if you are cool, sometimes they'll come closer to you, especially if you're free diving instead of scuba because the bubbles are so loud. Although some turtles are so used to people on scuba, there's no problem with them being there. Just don't chase after them, and that should be good. If there is a turtle that's in distress, if it's tangled up in something, or if it's washed up on shore and it's sick or whatever, you can try calling the Toka hotline, which I'm pretty sure is 864 Toka. I believe they launched an app. I think that was earlier this year.
Yep.
If there is something along those, you can report like crimes there, environmental crimes, fishing in the marine preserves. If there's like I was saying, distressed turtles or something like that, I would go there, especially since it's an easy number to remember. 864 Toka.
That's a good word. And my marine bio teacher from Sanchez way long ago basically said, if you ever see a sea creature and you're in the ocean, you're in its turf. So try not to disturb it, try not to make it mad and everything like that, because you are a guest in its world. So good word there. Okay, I want to talk about this Oka Point project because, again, you've been there before, you're doing your part, and kudos to you and your friends for going there and cleaning it up and everything like that. But this is not easy. It's time consuming. There's a lot of work that needs to be done, but you also need supplies. So I mean, a lot of people are behind you on this and everything, but many hands make light work. So if you guys can't actually come alongside Farron and help him out, what do you need as far as what we can provide you with?
Oh, well, we're happy to do it. We just bring all our own stuff. But if anybody wanted to help us out with like trash bags, mesh bags, bucket with lids, old climbing ropes, because that's actually the easiest way to get trash up and down is to just throw a bucket or a mesh bag over the cliff on a rope and then haul it back up instead of ascending and descending and ascending and descending every time. That would really be it. We reached out to the mayor's office, and she was kind enough to allow us to throw the trash we pick up in their dumpsters, so we don't have to bring it home. Last time I just threw it on top of my car and then drove it over to the dumpsters where I stay. But that was another big part of it, was like the disposals. But yeah, if anybody just wanted to help us out with any cleanup supplies or even climbing gear, that's expensive and niche, so I don't really want to ask anybody for that.
Yeah, we don't want you guys to break the bank. Just maybe stop by the store, get some trash bags. They're $4.95 for a package of 20 and everything like that. Farron and his buddies are gonna put in all the leg work, or in this case, the leg and arm work. And it's I also want to bring up something because Chris and Bree did a pretty insightful series earlier this year on different places around the island that are illegal dumps and everything. So when you and your friends clean up Oka Point, we haven't been there in like several years and everything, but what kind of trash are you actually finding over there?
Typical of cleanups on Guam, it can be anything and everything. By far, it's mostly like beer cans and bottles, by far. I don't know if I want to be generous about it, I'm sure some of it blows over the cliff if it's empty, but my guess is most of it is people just chucking it over the platform. I pulled up like a camping chair. There was a mattress. There's the cliff is like 100 feet off of the sea, and there's like a mattress like 60 feet down. I really wonder how it got down that far through the jungle. Furniture, car parts, and just the most vile smelling things that's like growing in that putrefying leftover bits of beer and whatever in the bottles and cans. Yeah, there was I can still smell it. It was horrible.
Well, we do want to give you a chance to have like a proper breakfast, most important meal of the day. So, we'll stop thinking about trash and let's go back into like the turtle mode. Think about those wonderful turtles out in the open water. But if you guys want to see Farron and his excellent work, check out the amazing videos that he captures. He's on Instagram right now. It's _Guam_guy on Instagram. And if you would like to get in contact with him, let him know how you can help out with his wonderful project up at Oka Point to get that place clean, because it's a wonderful resource and we don't need to be messing it up with trash. Email him at diveonguam@gmail.com. Farron, man, we always appreciate the time, man. You're doing fantastic work, and keep up the videos, man, because we're giving you the hearts every time we see them.
All right. Thank you again. Thanks for having me.
All right. Have a great day, man.
All right. Bye.
All right. That's Farron Taijeron, our buddy. And now we are going to go to